The yeast has done its thing, and I'm going to go ahead and run a test on there to see where we're at with alcohol by volume. Just like I was saying in previous videos, you have to pull a little bit out, and so you can test it. I already tell you it tastes pretty strong. Definitely get drunk drinking it just like it is, but it's going to be far better after the distillation process. Okay, a couple of things to notice. Showing you this right now. Where whenever the yeast is finished with the distill, you'll notice that there's this is starting to clear out on its own. We're going to speed it up, but you just notice right in here and down here at the very bottom, especially so, you can see where the yeast and stuff is starting to accumulate. So when it dies off, that's what it does. It sinks to the bottom. Okay. Now we're going to look and see where we're at with the meter. Ooh. And you saw that in the previous video. You saw where it was floating up pretty high. But now, pretty well sinking. That's just showing you, man, it's already pretty strong all by itself. It's on the last deal in there, which is 0.990. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Anyways, I've got the readings on there. Double check it. This is why you can't use it for figuring the proof on the alcohol, because there's no way to tell. Okay. Well, we're at 29.1 is the alcohol by volume. So it's definitely will get you drunk, because most wines are around 12% and beer is 5%. So this is 29.1%. That's pretty stout. The other thing is the flavor on it is no longer sweet like it was before. Whenever I put it together, remember I told you it tasted like a sweet potato, but now it's it's kind of almost, it's not really bitter, but you can taste the potato in it, but you can also taste the alcohol. It's like drinking a shot of sake or something of that nature. It has that same palate to the tongue or the same taste on your tongue as something like that would have, a strong wine. Anyways, just another thing for you to be able to look at it and taste it. Maybe you don't have a meter, so this will be a way for you to figure it out. One, it stopped bubbling. 2, the accumulation of the yeast on the bottom of the vat. And 3, the taste of it. You can taste the alcohol in it, similar to that of like sake or a very strong wine. Okay, on to the next step. We're going to use this, like I said, the first time I've used this particular one. I used one that's similar for wine, but it's definitely was not a 24-hour clear. This one is a turbo clear, is what it calls itself. And it's part A, part B. You put in the part A. You first want to stir your wash really good. You're trying to get as much gas out of it as you possibly can. And you're going to cut the corner of the A. You're going to put that in there and you're going to stir it around really good and let it set for an hour. This is according to the instructions, so you can get all this whenever you get it or try it out. You'll be able to actually see this on your own. Again, that's the name and everything right there. Go ahead and do that part. Part B you'll put in there an hour later. Now you don't want to be as vigorous in stirring it as you were with part A. Part B, you basically want to set it over the top. You want it to get it all the way around the top. Just gently stir it in because you want it to settle down on its own. And as it starts to drip down towards the bottom, it's going to start to collect all the particles and stuff, and it's going to bring it all the way to the bottom of the vat. And it's going to clear out your wash. It's going to be, you'll be able to see through it, or you should. Anyways, let's get started on this. Okay. We're going to vigorously stir this so that we can get as much of the carbon out of it. Now we're going to cut the corner out of this part A. And pour it up in here. And stir. Now what this does, this part A, is just going to kill off anything that's left of any active yeast. And it's going to start to let it set. So, like I said, the part B is going to do it even more so. You can definitely tell there's alcohol in there. Alright, let's recap it. So let it set for an hour and we'll be back. And we'll introduce the other part, and then it's going to sit for a day, and we'll see how it turns out. All right, back in a while. Like I said, I got to wait an hour. It's right at noon now, so if I wait just a little bit longer, I'll, like I said, I've got to wait anyways. It'll be 12:56. Whenever it's ready to have the other part put in there, and then we got to let it set for an entire day. But until then, I'm going to go make me some lunch. I mean, it's not like I couldn't miss a few, but anyways, I'm going to go make some lunch. I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so Remember I told you the percent makes a big difference, and that's how you're going to tell how much spirit you're going to make from your wash. Okay, when I did the math on that, I came up with 29, right at 30% alcohol by volume. Well, when you do that with the 6 gallons, it computes out to be about 2 gallons of spirits when you get done. So when we get through distilling that 6 gallons, it's going to be 2 gallons of about 100 to 95 to 100 proof alcohol. Anyways, all right, we'll get after that here after a little bit. I'm still waiting for that hour to pass by. Okay, it's time. We got to do part B, and I'm going to show that. And well, let's get to it. Now on part B, you don't want to just dump it in like I did the part A part. You want to go ahead and kind of drizzle it over the top, and you want to stir it in a little bit, but not vigorously, because you want it to kind of set at the top and then work its way down and pick up all the sediment and stuff and put it down to the bottom of the vat. Anyways, let's get going on this. Now, I know I couldn't really show it, but I was using the wand to disperse it over the top of this. Stir it in just a little bit. Again, not vigorously. And that's all there is to part B. Now, you got to let it set for 24 hours. And we'll come back and see how it looks. If it's cleared out like it's supposed to be, then I'll be able to go into the distillation process, and we'll start pulling the alcohol out of it and making it into spirits. All right. Thanks for coming.